I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out. Yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the aping. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in that. I'm on your turf again. This. You from the back of the I got a girl, Brad. She go to battleship. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. You from the back of the I got a girl, Brad. She go to battleship.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Coleman now uses the spin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Wins 5-3, wins 5-3.
Wentz now on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Go. 20.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Going underneath, it's Coleman. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
On third down, that's Coleman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe...
This is caught inside the 15. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Here we go, back. 120. Lion.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal.
52 to my boy. 50, 82, 40. Ram.
It's Coleman here. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Tevin Coleman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now to return, this is David Johnson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Detroit! Now let's go!
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Timmy Jernigan able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Finding room at the 30. Spinning again. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. A skip, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
81, 81. Back. 20.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Samson Abukum in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Play action. Now Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a handoff for Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Solomon Thomas coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
This is Coleman. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change up?
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Eagles have recovered. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz, eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now it's Trubisky. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Gurley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, Trubisky. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And
they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Trubisky to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. And Zerline's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Coleman. And some room to maneuver. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. On the left side, this is Stills. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Trubisky on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Wentz now to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Trubisky will throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Stills over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now Trubisky. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, but it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes, so they will hold on to the football indeed.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though,
looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards.
Here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete. Stills. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
18.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. It's caught, Stills, right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky dumps it off to Gurley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this go deep. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 37.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And Stills bringing it in. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That's it, baby.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
82.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Wentz. Steps away to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. That's man. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. From the gun, it's Wentz. Dancing to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Justin Houston in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. That's to his running back, complete. And I think the ball's out. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game. At this stage in the 4th, they needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin the drive with Coleman. He'll rumble for about 6, up across the 20 to the 22.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down to the 4th quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Wentz now on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Shorty. Great 15. That's it.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kevon Seymour. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Solomon Thomas in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Eagles on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
There we go, back man. 20. What's on? I got 11.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play we just saw that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things?
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with a 2nd to play, they essentially need a recovery and a run back.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Black. 81. Lion. Here, shift.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Philadelphia, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.